Hello students, welcome to this class of fluid mechanics. So in this class we are going to study about fluid friction. Okay, so as you know, we are currently studying the viscous flow, right? We are studying about viscous flow. However, before viscous flow, what we were studying was ideal flow, right? We were studying about ideal, which implies non-viscous fluid, right? It was non-viscous fluid. Ideal flow, there was a non-viscous fluid. Viscosity was assumed to be 0. We have assumed that no friction is there. No friction is there, right? We have assumed that friction is absent in our flow. Remember, we have write the Bernoulli's equation, right? We have write the Bernoulli's equation. What was that? We have written it as P1 upon rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 square by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. Now this was the equation that was valid for ideal flow. This equation was valid only for ideal flow. You can see here we have considered only conservative terms, right? Conservative terms are considered. Conservative terms. Only conservative terms are considered here. These total energy remains conserved. However, there are some conservative losses when the fluid flows in any system. If we consider the actual fluid rather than the hypothetical ideal situation, if we consider the actual fluid, there is some sort of friction. That friction could be between the adjacent layers of the fluid, or between the boundary and the fluid, okay, or due to certain disturbance or eddies formation in the fluid, okay. So because of this friction between the fluid itself and between the boundary and fluid, there are certain losses associated with the flow. So now we will discuss those losses, that how to calculate those losses which are occurred in our system. Okay, so let's say I have to design some my flow system. I want to calculate that how much power of pump is required to send my fluid to some certain distance or certain height. Okay, so I have to take into account the losses that will occur on my way. Otherwise my power will not suffice. My calculations will be wrong otherwise. Okay, to do the right calculation we have to consider the losses that will occur on the way. Okay, so now we have studied that there are two types of flow, right? First one is laminar flow, another one is turbulent flow, right? Turbulent flow. Now we will study the fluid friction losses in both cases separately. Okay, first we will study about laminar flow, that how the losses in laminar flow can be calculated, and then we will study about turbulent flow, that how the losses, my viscous losses, can be calculated in turbulent flow. Now the calculation in laminar flow is easy. Okay, easy calculation. Basically it's simple comparatively. However, in turbulent flow it's bit hard. Okay, its equations are complex equations are there in turbulent flow, okay, to calculate the fluid friction. Now in laminar flow the fluid friction is mainly due to viscosity and drag effects. Okay, viscosity and drag effects. In laminar flow fluid friction is basically due to viscosity and drag effects. However, in turbulent flow it is due to intermixing of particles. Okay, in intermixing of particles, or I can say eddies formation. Okay, the losses in turbulent flow are these are basically dominant. Okay, in here viscosity and drag effects are dominant, and in turbulent flow intermixing of particles or eddies formation is dominant. Okay, you know that in viscous flow the flow is like this, right? It is as this. They flow smoothly, right? However, in turbulent flow it is like this, right? Like this. It's a very disturbed flow. So here mainly the losses are due to intermixing of particles. However, here the losses are mainly due to viscosity and drag effect. Now its prediction of laminar flow is bit easy. However, prediction for turbulent flow is not that easy, and we have to consider a larger factor of safety while calculating the losses for turbulent flows. Okay. So in next class we will study about there are basically two equations that are used generally in laminar flow to calculate the fluid friction. Okay. First one is Hazen-Poiseuille's equation. Okay, Poiseuille's equation. This is the first equation that is used to calculate the fluid friction, and second one is Darcy's equation. Second one is Darcy's equation. Okay. These are the two equations basically. First of all, we will use these equations to calculate the fluid friction in laminar flow. So we will meet in next class. In that class, we will study about Hagen-Poiseuille's equation. Okay. Bye bye. See you in next class.